I have found strong evidence, 60% chance that Bitcoin is going to 400K this year. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching this video. My name is Da Vinci Jeremy. I'm in the pipe 5x5 here in Dubai. Man, you know what? I think Bitcoin could outperform what all the experts are saying, because everybody has a low expectation for this year. And you know what? These low expectations are for a good reason, right? So in order to get to where we are today, we need a substantial amount of money to get to $100,000. Substantial, right? Because we're now the third, fourth largest asset in Bitcoin's the fourth largest asset in market cap. This is unprecedented, right? So, and that's a large amount. That's trillions of dollars, through 3 trillion, 2 trillion, whatever it is right now, is a lot of money, and we need more, right? It's not exactly this, like, for no example, the market cap, for it to double, we don't need $2 trillion, but we need a lot more cash, like probably about, I would say half a trillion dollars at least to double the market cap. And so that's going to be a big, tall order, right? So when I say, okay, well, what would you need in order to get to 4 trillion? Well, most likely probably $1 trillion actual money coming in and buying Bitcoin asset. That, my friend, is, well, you might say impossible, right? Well, maybe not. You see, right? This user's guide to restructuring the global trading system. If you want to read it, you can. It's a little bit long, but what's important, right, is the objective is Moran is working for the government right now. He wrote this document well before President Trump was elected to office, right? And now he's working there at the office. And so there might be a plan. This plan might be in place. And so, right, if it is, that means Bitcoin is going at least a lot higher. So let that sink in for a second. I recently got this information from Mark Moss. I think you should check out his channel. He's worth a subscribe, and you should definitely listen to what Mark Moss has to say. I think he's a very smart guy and has a lot of information to share. And let me just play a little bit at the end here for you.
Why 4, 8? Because we get 2 to 4 for every 10. So 10 would be 20, so a 4, 8 times move. So that would mean, I'm not real good at math, that's why I use general numbers, 100,000 times 4 equals 400K. 100,000 times 8 equals 800,000K.
Yeah, so here it is, right? He's saying they're going to devalue the dollar, right, by, I don't know, 20 to 30%. He says it's overvalued by 20 to 30%, so that's a little different from devaluation. I just realized than the devaluation of 20 to 30%, and a 10-point drop, 10 points, right, on the Dixie. What would that be? Let's see. Do I have the Dixie here? Let's see if Dixie checks anywhere. I don't think so. But let me just open one up here. Can we see the Dixie? So a point would be $1 off the Dixie. So if we were to go off, and right now we're 100, right? And we were to go down by 90, that's, Bitcoin's up, like double, right? As he would say, right? So, let's see here. 4 times X. 4X. So I don't think so. I find that hard to believe, but 90%, so that 10 points, right? If he's saying 10 points, that because that's what he's saying, points, not percentage. Points is different from percentage. That would mean Bitcoin would have to rise, what's it called? To 400? No, 4x? Jesus. For every 10 points? That's crazy. Or 2x. Let's just say 2x. So 100,000, 200,000, we drop. The problem with that, right, with that math is the Dixie measures the price of the dollar against other not cryptocurrencies, but other fiat currencies. And we don't know what those values are, right? But those currencies, because they're just the people have to decide what the prices of other assets against those currencies, not this. So that's why I don't like the Dixie so much. It doesn't show us, whilst they do use it to manipulate things. So I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin gets up to 400K. Would not be surprised at all, right? As we are pumping here, right? Why? Because, well, we are living in a age where information is available to everybody at an instant if they want it. And now with AI, if they want the AI to explain it to them, why is Bitcoin going up? What do people see in Bitcoin? Why is it so good? They can get that information from AI, right? And they can try it from across different AI systems. And then at some point in time, right, somebody who's wealthy might have that aha moment, that Michael Saylor moment, right? Because everybody will get that Michael Saylor moment one day in the future. If it is guaranteed to happen, they'll have the, oh shoot, man, why didn't I see this before moment? My God, every single mofo on the planet will have that moment at some point in their life. Between now and when Bitcoin is money, they'd be like, what? This was so obvious. Why didn't I see that before? I don't get it. That is a guarantee. So, how many people are going to get that aha Jesus moment between now and the end of the year? That's difficult to say, but they all have access to that information. And if they realize, wait a second, Fed's printing, there's going to be more money. I need to protect myself. Where is the best asset to protect myself? Right? And they ask that of any AI system, it will give them Bitcoin. Right? I have to say it. Let that sink in for a second. Okay. With that said, we can see that Bitcoin has touched its what's it called? Almost touched its all-time high. Told you guys to buy 2x leverage here, right? The thing is, right? Let's just say you are the kind of person who, well, is afraid whenever they see a negative number. When they open up their app, they see Bitcoin's down, and they see a negative number in their portfolio. They feel, my God, I'm losing money. I don't know what to do. Blah 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 blah. What I would suggest you do, right? And you don't want to go and wait for this trade to come down to this lower level, because I would not add to the trade. If you didn't already enter into the trade, enter now. 2x leverage, doesn't matter. Even if prices come down, it does not freaking matter. Right? Let it go. Right? What you do is a 2x trade, and then you move your leverage to 3x, and whatever's left, you buy it at the lows here. Below this point right there. The 102, anything below $102,000. If there's any kind of like quick, because trust me, they love to do this. This would be a safe place to put your stop loss, but because this is a safe place to put your stop loss, there's a probability, not as high, not a high one, but it is a probability. Only because if we look at the liquidity on Bitcoin here, you can see there's massive amounts of liquidity just below actually even below the 101. But to be not so greedy, maybe you should put it just under the 102. Oh wow, look at this. There's no liquidity in between here, but just below the 102. And if you really want to gamble, you could put it at the 99K here area. This would be a nice area right here, 99, close to 100K area. Because I wouldn't be surprised at all that we just go screaming down, panicking everybody out, right? And then going higher, because this is typical, right, of the industry players. Because hey, you know what? They need to buy Bitcoin just as much as you do, and the only way to get it is from people selling it. I got a call from my father today asking for me to sell all his Bitcoin. Unfortunately, I'm not surprised, and I'm not trying to talk him out of it. Most people always do this. My father came to me back in 2021 to buy Bitcoin, and I'm like, okay, fine. I'm like, you didn't buy it before, right? I'm like, fine. And I bought him some Bitcoin, right? And now he wants to sell it, right? It is what it is, right? You can't help the people who don't know how to help themselves, right? That's it. I could tell him all the right things. I could tell him what he needs to do, but I already know. I've already been through this rodeo. I know what's going to be said. I'm not going to fight, right? I'm just going to go, okay, here's the money. That's it. I'm not doing this game again, right? It's unfortunate if you do those things, right? You should always have a Bitcoin stash that you're never going to sell. Now, my father, of course, is significantly older, so I also take that into account. So I figure, well, what the heck, man? Let him live his life a little bit, right? That's it. All right. So moving on. Solana. Oof. We didn't get our target, man. Jesus. And we are breaking out of the downward trend. Jesus. Okay. Well, since we didn't get our target, it's unfortunate. I think I got a little too aggressive. I went too aggressive on that. Probably should have done. Did it go to 61.8? Oh well, no, that would have been the best thing to do, and it did not. So, oh well, it is what it is. Moving on, we have to move forward with this. You can see there's a nice Wing pattern, not the best Wing pattern, but it is from after a consolidation. So we'll take it. So this Wing pattern gives us a clear indication of where. Let's just take the breakout at the wick bodies. And just for safety measures, and take it to the 1-to-1, and so we can take a stop loss so that we have a 2-to-1, and that should be right at the wicks here. So odds that we get wicked out is probably low, but it's still a possibility because they love doing that. And there it is. You can get a 2-to-1, which could take you even higher, take you all the way above the 187 if you want to hold that, because we're definitely breaking out of this downwards consolidation. Now, keep in mind, just like Bitcoin, right? This could all roll over and collapse and wipe you out. So don't go full bore on this. So obviously, you take precautions. You only put in 2% risk or 5% risk on this bet, but it's a good bet. So at least for the short term, and I wouldn't go beyond that. If it gets up here, moves your stops to either just above break even, or a little bit higher, so you get some money, a little bit of profit, and if it should come back at you. Next is Ethereum. This is Ethereum trade. Yes, odds are we're not going to break this low. If you want to, if you're in this trade, you can always increase your what's it called, stop loss, but I think you're safe here, and you could just let this thing ride. If you want to enter another trade, you can. It's a good place to enter the trade. You can see there's lots of W's here. Let me just delete this and look. You can see there's W's here, just like everything else, and we can see we could take off easily, and you can put the stop loss at the same level here on Ethereum. So there you go. You have nice trades to make. easy trades that can make you some easy money on crypto. Before I leave, make sure if you're interested in trading, you head over to weex.davincij15.com, levex.davincij15.com, or bybit.davincij15.com. Links are in the description below. You can see, wow, 37,000 is this trade, guys. I was going to mention this, but I got in this trade like way down early, right? Remember when we were dropping down, I was like, you got to have balls of steel. I told you I had to have balls of steel because you know the Bitcoin's going higher. So you're going to buy all the way down below 90K, anything below 90K, and look where you are now. Look where you are now. I've actually added to the trade, so now it's a little bit higher as it went higher, and boom. And so I plan to take profits, right? I would take profits situation. Right, set up. I could have swore I had it set up. Okay, that's right, because the way it has it, they do the take profits, I had to take it off because I can't do margin. But I'm predicting my take profits to be at 149.9915, 500%. Boom. Right, so what would be the price? Oh man, let's see here. At 500 and some odd percent. So I would gain total of net profit of, I guess my last price 49. It's not clear here. Could have swore I saw a price before, but average price, liquidation, market price, current price. Interesting. Anyways, I'm not sure why, but anyways, 543% is pretty good. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and we'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.